You smell like poop. Browne. You nasty like the dirty toilet. Pierre. I can't believe you. I cannot believe you do something terrible like that. Why did you abuse your daughter like that? And why are you trying to sign disown papers on Sam? Not only that, you tried to sexually assault at Samantha. Words can't begin to describe how I am angry at you. Nevertheless, you tried to pull your fucking gun on your wife and daughter. I'm so very disappointed. Too. You. I say you are guilty. As charged. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ruby. I call my next witness, Cherry Bailey.
Wow. Your wife and your children scolded you so bad. Anyway, Pierre Webster. Why did you threatening your daughter like that? My girlfriend named Sam scolded on you. I cannot begin to describe how I'm so disappointed on you. So, I say you're guilty. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Cherry. I call my next witness, Taylor Browne. Pierre. Seriously? Why would you do this to your daughter like that? I love that because your wife and your children is scolded on you. I hope Satan teach you a lesson for what you did to your daughter. I say you're guilty as charged. Thank you, Taylor. I call my next witnesses, Bailey and Ricardo Angelino.
Pierre, I can't believe you do something horrible like that. Why did you abuse your daughter like that? You disgust us into the society.
I agree with my Aunt Bailey. You seem your act just like Katherine Johnson, who shot the neighbor named Uncle Dave. So, my aunt cuts ties with Katherine, 'cause she's a bad person. I say you're guilty as charged. We're never to see you again, you potato head. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, guys. Can I call Kerrigan's nephew William Crittenden to the stand, please?
Ha ha ha. I know where you are, you fucking psychopath. You're Pierre Webster. I can't believe you abused your 20-year-old daughter. For what? All because you treat your daughter in the rope and the belt beating? That is the most terrible thing you ever done. I don't allow child abuse with my nephew named Kerrigan Crittenden, because I love her. I can't believe you ripping Samantha's clothes off with the most stupidest reason you have ever seen. You know what, I had it enough with this stupid crap for good. I say you're guilty as charged. So I think that's all. Oh, and by the way, stay away from me. You hear me, you fucking pedophile?
Thank you, William. Can I call Lightning McQueen, the race car number 95, to the stand, please?
Pierre, why did you abuse your daughter like that? I can't believe you do something terrible like that. Jesus won't help you in this planet, including Earth and Heaven, so this is a serious crime with this nonsense from now on. In fact, you got scolded by your wife and your children, and you have lost your custody. So I'll revving up with my NASCAR V8 engine, but I can't. Why? Because my neighbor started to freak out in this country. I say you're guilty as charged. Thank you, Judge. Well, I guess that's all then. See you later on to hell, Mr. Webster.
Thank you, McQueen. Can I call Bob, the tomato, and Larry, the cucumber, to the stand, please?
Pierre. Why did you abuse your daughter like that? I hope Satan teaches you a lesson for what you did.
I agree with Larry the cucumber. You also threatening Samantha like crap for doing something terrible like that. You know what? I had it enough for good. I say you're guilty as charged.
Thank you, Bob the tomato, and Larry the cucumber. Can I call Isabella Madrigal, from Encanto, to the stand, please?
Pierre. Why did you abuse your daughter like that? I had it with this nonsense now. I say you're guilty, as charged.
Thank you, girl. I call my next witness, Kaden Concord.
Jesus, Pierre, are you serious? Why did you abuse your daughter like that? You got roasted by your wife and your children. Nevertheless, you got divorced and lost your custody. I hope this one's gonna teach you a lesson for what you did to your daughter. I say you're guilty.
Thank you, Kaden. I call my next witnesses, Annex and Nexxar.
Pierre, what the fuck is your problem? Why are you threatening your daughter like that? You discussed me into the society. I agree with Annex. You got scolded by your wife and your children. God won't help this heaven. Why? Because you treat Sam like fucking shit. I say you're guilty.
Thank you, big boys. I call my next witness, Alexine Davis.
Pierre Webster. Why did you abuse your fucking daughter like that? I seemed your act just like my ex-mother Gracie Davis. Also, you got roasted by your wife and children. And I forgot, my ex-mother abused me while my dad is going to work because of her. You know what? I had with this shit for damn good. I say you guilty as charged.
Thank you, Alexine. I call my next witness, Deacon Bufford.
Pierre. Why are you abuse that girl named Samantha Webster like that? Well, your wife and your children is roasted on you. In fact, your wife divorced you and lost your custody because of you. Well, I had it talking because my voice and my throat is getting more lower. I say you're guilty as charged.
Thank you, Deacon. I call my next witness, Miranda Smith.
Pierre Webster, why did you do that to your own daughter like that? I'm good when your wife and your children is scolded on you so bad. Also, you have lost your custody and divorced you by your wife. I say you're guilty as charged. Thank you, Honor.
Thank you, Miranda. I call my next witnesses, Lena and Aurora.